to another edition of the Red Brown & Williams Real Estate Show. I'm Shannon Deskins, along with Jennifer Brown Day, that you're used to seeing with us here. And we've got another guest today, Jennifer.
We do. Today we are lucky enough to have Kathy Brown out of our Paintsville office joining us.
Now, Kathy, I'm going to put you on the spot. How long have you been with the company, and what's your primary role?
I've been with the company for 18 years now, and I'm a realtor and an appraiser in the Paintsville office.
So, Jennifer, a lot of experience between the two of you here.
Exactly.
All right, well, let's get started with, since Kathy's closest to me, let's get started with some of your listings. Okay. And let's start out, since you're in the Johnson County or the Paintsville office, let's look at some Johnson County listings.
Shannon, the first one we're going to look at today is in Sitka, which is just outside Johnson County.
Right. Now, Sitka is not, a lot of people don't know right where that is, and that is right outside of Paintsville, actually right off of US 23.
Yes.
On the north side of Paintsville. So if you're going 23 north, you'll pass all the Paintsville exits, and it's pretty much Route 201's your next left.
Next left, yes. And this is less than 2 miles on Route 201.
And this is one of those deceiving type homes. When you look at it, you're like, wow, but it's a 2006 double wide that the owners did a special order on, correct?
Special order, they sure did. They have the stick-built walls, the special insulation, the different pitch roof, very, very special order just to their specifications. So it's a very nice home.
And the pictures don't do it justice on this one, I'm sure. No. We say that, Jennifer and I say that a whole lot, that the pictures don't do it justice. If you really like something you're seeing, give them a call, give you guys a call. Now this one has a workshop outside too.
Yes, the owner at one time used it as a taxidermy shop, and it's very nice. It has its own heating and cooling systems in it. It's finished area. He has a small office and an extra room off of the office. Completely finished, but it's a very nice area. 14 by 32 workshop.
So it's a nice size workshop. Speaking of nice size, the kitchen in this one it's an awesome kitchen.
It really is. It's got a large island in the middle of it. Stainless steel appliances. It also has a wet bar that separates it from the dining room. It's a very attractive kitchen.
So it's one of those you can put your bar stools in, pull up straight to the kitchen while somebody's cooking, sit there and talk. So that makes me think of Christmases and Thanksgivings and holidays.
Right, nice for entertaining. Very
Perfect.
Nice.
And I like the driveway on this one. It's got a private drive.
Yes, it's very accessible off of 201, and a very beautiful drive up the driveway to the home.
It is. Now, you know, we said Sitka right off of US 23. So basically you make that left like we talked about onto Route 201, and a couple miles from there you're at this house.
Right.
So you've got all the accessibility to downtown Paintsville, but the country setting.
Exactly.
All right. If you want to take a look at this home, give Kathy a call. What's the phone number? You're in the Paintsville office. What's that number?
I'm in the Paintsville office. The number is area code 606-789-8119.
And remember, we always stress the MLS number. When you call on this home, tell them that it's 105-170. They'll pull it up, schedule your appointment. All right, moving along, let's move back into the city of Paintsville on this one. This is also your listing.
Yes, it is. This one's on King Drive. It's an older home, but in a very nice established neighborhood in Paintsville, just outside of the downtown area of Paintsville. Good location.
And something I'm looking at the pictures and that you don't see very often if you're talking about being in the city, this looks like a pretty good-sized lot.
It actually is a very nice lot. You've got room to fence in a backyard, maybe even put in a small pool. Lot of space to do whatever you want with, maybe a garden.
Now gardens are getting popular now, so I guess you're seeing that a lot.
Oh yeah.
And I like the fact that you mentioned it's got the Florida room or the sunroom, and something that Jennifer and I have talked about a lot before. If it doesn't have heating and cooling in it, may have ceiling fans or whatever. For these sunrooms, it's not common to have all the heating and cooling right out there.
Exactly.
The reason I mention that is because it's not listed in the square footage. So this is truly a bonus.
It is, and it's a very nice room. They have finished it out. Has flooring, and the windows have the blinds and all that kind of stuff. So it's a very usable room. And just opening a door from the interior of the house, you can have the cooling or the heating if if it's needed.
Yeah, and with the glass, instead of being outside, you don't have to worry about the bugs in the summertime.
Exactly.
But yet, open all those windows up, open the blinds, and you still have that feel of being outside.
Being outside, yes.
And you also have a finished basement with this home.
Yes, and it has the basement has a large family room that also has a fireplace in it, gas log, and then it also has a very large kitchen in it. So it's nice for entertaining, or could be an extra kitchen for canning needs if you decide to do the garden.
And it's close to the river.
Yes.
So you've got that, we stress this one is inside the city limits, but everything we're talking about sounds like a house out in the country.
It really does, yeah.
So you're getting the best of both worlds.
Of both worlds, that's exactly right.
All right. This one's also your listing. So if someone is more comfortable emailing, how can they reach you via email?
My email address is cbrown@rbandw.com.
All right, and remember the MLS number on this home in Paintsville. It's on King Drive. Okay, now we saved the best for you for last because I love this one. If you know me, I'm outdoorsy. This one's in Thelma, but it's a house with a cabin that's separate. I love that.
Yeah, which is unusual for this area. It actually sits on about 2 acres, which is also uncommon because you don't see many houses that close to town with that much acreage. Usually the lots are a little bit smaller than that, so this is nice.
And something that I have found also, if you're talking about 2 acres anywhere in eastern Kentucky, you're going to expect that 2 acres to be, okay, well, but it's hillside.
Exactly.
This one's 2 acres of usable flat land.
Exactly. And so this cabin that sits on the property is actually kind of sits back at the back of the property. And they currently, it has a bedroom in it, but it's currently more as a storage, kind of a workshop type building.
But workshops, like we talked about canning,
right.
How much more perfect can it get than that? You've got your big garden that you're going to bring in and do,
right.
and you've got everything set up outside to take care of.
To take care of it, that's exactly right.
Another one that's definitely worth looking at. Now, the community of Thelma, let's explain how to get to it, because a lot of people may not be familiar with exactly where that is.
It's off of Route 40.
So it's going toward the golf course?
Toward the golf course in Paintsville, yes. Only instead of turning right to the golf course, you're turning left toward Thelma.
And there's a sign there?
Yes, there is.
So, and I'm sure your sign is in the Red Brennan Williams sign is in the front yard?
Exactly.
Okay, so get out, take a drive. If you see any of these Red Brennan Williams signs at all, they can contact any of your offices,
Any
right?
of our offices, yes.
All right. Well, this one, the Paintsville office is handling this listing. I think this one's Cindy Legg's listing.
Yes, it is.
So how can someone get a hold of Cindy?
Cindy is also at our Paintsville office, and the number there is 789-8119, or you can contact Cindy through email, clegg@rbandw.com.
All right, and remember this one, you can probably just tell them the cabin out at Thelma, but also make sure you give them that MLS listing, and it's 105213. Kathy, thank you for stepping in and sharing a couple of listings with us.
Sure.
All right, we're going to grab Jennifer now. I think she's got a couple near Pikeville that she's going to share.
Okay.
Now we're going to transition right now down US 23 south, and we're actually going to change out realtors. We've got Jennifer Brown Day back with us again.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
It's nice for you sometimes to get a break and let some of the other people in your company talk.
It is. They can get nervous about being on TV too, so it makes it a little easier on me.
Oh, you're an old pro.
Oh, yeah.
Now let's get into some of your listings.
Okay.
Both of these that we're going to talk about are in the city limits of Pikeville. The first one is in a neighborhood that I absolutely love. It's the Poly Edition.
Yep, this is in Poly Edition. This is a brand new listing. Just went on the computer last week, so everybody should get on the website and check it out because it's a great listing. This is a ranch, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Most of the houses in Poly Edition were built in the 50s. This is the same way, so it's a 1950s style ranch, but it's absolutely a beautiful house with a lot of updates.
You know, and the Poly Edition is a unique type neighborhood because you can walk. It's got a block that you can walk, you can exercise. It's not, the main traffic is not going by, so it's great for families.
Absolutely. It's a very family-friendly neighborhood, pet-friendly, all that kind of stuff. And then you're right there on the river, but you're also extremely easy access to the shopping center, to Pikeville Commons, to all of that.
Right, and that's, when we talk about that, we're talking about Thompson Road and that area all the way up. So you've got your grocery, you've got your everything in the world that you could possibly think to buy, from hardware all the way to anything.
Absolutely.
And then you've got several restaurants there too.
Yep.
And this is cool because this is one of the areas in Pikeville that is growing the fastest.
Absolutely. And Poly Edition is lucky enough to kind of be on the outskirts of that. So it's got some of the growth going on, but it's also a little bit of a private neighborhood.
And then you've got the historic Poly Bridge right there that does not have, vehicle traffic on it anymore. Great for walking, and if you're a bicyclist or you want to walk and you want to walk uptown, you don't even have to go anywhere near the Cassidy Boulevard Bridge at all.
Not at all. Very easy access to town.
But yet it still has that outside of town feel.
Exactly.
And I like this listing because it's a corner lot.
This is a corner lot. It's got a fenced-in backyard, a nice-sized lot. You have plenty of room in the backyard. This has a back deck, but you could easily add on. You could do a gazebo. Plenty of room for pets or a swing set or however you'd want to dress up the backyard.
Right, 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths with this one.
That's correct. It does have a private master bath. So you've got the hall bath and then a private master bath. And then, like I said, they've done quite a bit of updates. This has new hardwood through most of the main living areas, and then it's got a brand new kitchen with cabinets, countertops, stainless appliances. Has all been updated.
And some of that you can see in the pictures, but definitely give you a call. This is your listing, right?
This is my listing, and it's definitely one that they need to see.
All right. Now, the MLS number on this one is 105226, and Jennifer just said it's her listing. So, Jennifer, how can they call you in the Pikeville office?
They can just give us a call at 606-437-2333.
Or email you.
Email jbrown@rbandw.com.
All right, this one in the Poly Edition is listed at $179,900. So give Jennifer a call if anything you just saw makes you want to look at this house.
Absolutely.
Okay, now let's move up the hill, literally, to Chloe Ridge.
Up the hill. Absolutely. This next one is at Chloe Ridge. We've got a few listings up there right now. This is one of the newest ones that we've got up there. And this house is a deceivingly large, spacious house. I know if people are looking at the pictures, it kind of looks like a brick ranch. Don't let the pictures fool you.
This one has the big foyer that's so tall, right?
Yes, and it's got the dining room ceilings are about 20 feet. It has gorgeous views out the back, and then it has a lot of room for entertaining and that kind of stuff in this house.
And I see that the hardwood is a special type of hardwood also.
Yes, it's a Brazilian cherry hardwood. And they did a lot of specifications to this house, so there are a lot of really neat details. It's got Mauser cabinets. It's got the hardwood, like I said. It's got crown molding throughout the house. So it has a lot of detail to it.
So this is definitely one of those that you can't tell anything about the house except for the exterior.
Right.
You've got to get inside this house to appreciate it.
Absolutely. And this is a very large house. It's a 5-bedroom house, and 3 of those bedrooms are actually on the first floor. So depending on if you have a large family, if you have in-laws that stay with you, anything like that, this house can work for a lot of different types of homeowners.
Plus, with 5 bedrooms, if you wanted one of those to become an office, I'm sure that's easy as well.
Absolutely. You have plenty of room for an office. And then the 2 second-floor bedrooms actually have private bathrooms. So if you've got older kids, again, somebody else is staying with you, or if you prefer a second-floor master, you have that option in this house.
Right. And a great view out the window.
Absolutely. Yeah, everything at Chloe Ridge has a good view. That's the you say that about the neighborhood.
Right off of downtown Pikeville, but yet you get into Chloe Ridge and you're looking at the mountains.
Exactly. A few of them you can, during certain times of the year, you can see the city, but really you have a total mountain view.
All right, definitely one that somebody wants to take a look at if you're in the market. $629. But definitely, if this is something you're looking for, take a look at this house and give Jennifer a call. And you mentioned real quick you've got some other ones in that area. So anytime somebody sees a Red Brenda Williams sign in the yard, give you a call?
Absolutely. Give us a call. If they don't want to call, if they just kind of want to look up information on their own before they do give us a call, they can always go to our website, which is www.rbandw.com.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us, even though you were just for a few minutes here. But Kathy, I'm glad she joined us today.
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad she could be here.
All right, but you still have your real estate minute, so we'll be back and you can have that.
Sounds good. Thank you. In the past weeks, we have discussed spring curb appeal. Today, let's discuss items any homeowner should add to their spring to-do list. After the winter months, especially a hard winter, homeowners are recommended to complete a general check on their property. Start with major home systems like heating and cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Other smaller items to check would be gutters and downspouts, fireplaces, windows and doors, and exterior spaces that might have been affected by the winter weather. Spring is a great time to make your home a showplace. Thank you for joining us for the Red, Brown & Williams Real Estate Show. We hope you will join us again soon.